Oh, I know, but you know, eh? You know. Thank you for loving Mommy so much. You gotta scratch your ear. I ate your ear. Oh yeah. I can do something for you. Instead of doing every 2 months, we're gonna start. I know. Thank you. I know, I hurt. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. I love you too. Oh, he's trying to make me feel better. Thank you, Papa. You're such a sweet boy. Thank you. So I had my needles today. And I figure this will be a quick update because I've done so many updates that I haven't even sent yet. My head really hurts. As you know, it normally does after I have injections in my head. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the light. Who knows, maybe this will help a bit more. I don't know. I marked down in his progress notes what he's been using and what the long ass thing he calls it. And so, because it's all grouped in, the migraines are all grouped in. But the leader of the pack is the cluster, and that's the one that's really hard to treat. All of them are hard to treat. He tried bumping up the amount that he was giving me, and that really didn't do much. I'll include it because I was crying like a baby with my ice cap on, and I showed him that. And I showed his assistant that as well. She's a doctor, and she's a neurologist. She's just not practicing, she's learning. So a fellow, I suppose. And if that's not the right word, please excuse me. I don't mean to demean you. I was thinking about doing a van build, and obviously that's not going to work. How could you do something like that in the condition that I'm in? Seriously. It's just not feasible. I'm just too sick. Though I would love, with every fiber in my being, I would absolutely love to do that. Where would I go? Seriously. I'd have, when I get injections, when everything wears off, everybody knows what this does to me. I feel like I've just been beaten so bad. And today he even said, she's really bad today. The weather, oh man, it affects me. It affects me when the barometer goes down, and then it sort of evens out, and my head's like, whew, thank you. But then the barometer goes way back up, and it's humid, and my head goes, what are you doing? That's much better. Wow. Another thing that's a big problem. I just got my chart. My chart is when you have blood tests or any tests, and they post them so that I'm able to see what the values are, what's happening with my blood. I've had 3 different types of blood tests done. because of my liver. And I'm seeing my kidneys are also being affected. It's not because of the medication. I was reading up on it, or trying to read up on it, is this type of kidney disease, if you will. Liver, something with liver, something that's happening with my liver. Could be cancer, could be a number of things that equally aren't as good, because there shouldn't be proteins and stuff, different things in my urine. It means the filtration system is not working. There shouldn't be bilirubin in there as well. And bilirubin is the breaking down of red blood cells. So there shouldn't be any of that in there, and there is. So it shows that my kidneys are not functioning as well, optimally, and it's showing kidney disease. So what it's showing for my liver is that if I had a gallbladder, it would be gallbladder disease. My gallbladder's been removed a long time ago. So it could be that the tract, it always is inflamed, always. When they do MRIs or anything, it always shows that it's heavily inflamed, there's an inflammation. So there could be a blockage there somewhere in my hepatic duct. There it is, thank you. My hepatic duct. Whatever it is, I know it causes a severe pain, swelling, vomiting, all of that stuff. So I know that they're testing a lot more stuff right now in my blood, because they don't know what's happening. They just know something is. So they're trying to put their finger on it. Whether they send me for more testing, which they probably will, to find out what is going on with now both my kidney and my liver. It's also affecting my heart. I have atherosclerosis with the absence of an aneurysm. Thank God. However, my HDL or LDL or whatever, cholesterol, triglycerides, all of that are high. My potassium, my chloride, everything's like all borderline or just over high or markedly high. So there's a lot of strangeness happening with my blood. To be quite honest with you, I feel I'm tired of being sick. I really am tired of being sick. It's hard to keep a positive spin when you're just sick all the time. Man, when you have to shut your drapes and close the TV, you know, there's nothing on, and my baby's with me and he's sleeping on me, and now the prospects of me building you know, a van, it looks so, to me, appetizing. To me, that's the right word. Appetizing. Intriguing. And awesome. For me to be able to see things that I am not able normally to see. It just would allow me the freedom that I don't have here. I'm in this chair. I'm getting needles in my hip again. My hip pops out about 10 times, maybe more a day. And is it hurt when it does? And it's a complete mess when it does, because I've got to do everything in my power to try to do one of those to get it back in. And right now I think I've got another infection, bladder or kidney infection, because I can feel down there something's up. Something's a brewing. I can feel it. It comes in so many waves that I just continually get hit by a wave and another wave and another wave and another wave and another wave. And it just gets so hard. I would love to see places, things. Sit with a cow. I know that sounds funny. Sit in front of water with my feet in front of water without people yelling and screaming and doing all of that stuff that triggers everything in my head. Some days now, like they've got to, in my elbow and in my shoulder, they've got to put a needle in there, and they've got to put a needle in my hip. That's coming up, and it's like, at least it helps. That helps. I'm able to move. But it doesn't help the popping out of my hip. Sucks huge. It really does. I've got to grab my hip, yank it in, and I swear, like a drunken sailor, when I normally don't, because, oh wow, I'm hopping around on a knee, on my right side, on a knee that's not stable to begin with, and that could pop out as well anytime, trying to get my hip in. And when I sit and just twist my hip a little bit, you hear it go. What a beautiful sound that is. And I never know how to put a leg to be comfortable. Never. It's more than my leg. It's my hip. It's my butt. It's my side. I just never know what to do to be comfortable. And then just, puking. I try to drink and I try to do all of that, and I just have so much acid. I just start puking. That's it. Let's go. Let's puke away. And they're trying to fix my teeth, because the enamel's coming off my teeth from the medication. It's just, right now I'm sorry, I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed. Like really bummed. Because I was so looking forward to the potential of what this van build could do. Places I could go and see. And open up the back doors and see such beauty as the water or mountains, or drive to BC, or I can't do that now that I'm getting needles in my head every month. It takes me 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes a week to just get through all of this, till I start to feel somewhat normal again in my head. And then I'll start to feel somewhat normal again in my head, and I got a few more weeks, and then bam, let's get hit again. Okay. So where the heck could you go? Where could I go? There's really no place I can go, not even close by, where I can go, and it's just not worth it going, unpacking or whatever, and then sitting for a week or bit And then all of a sudden, boom, I have to drive all the way back again so I can get needles in my head. I talked to my doctor, my family doctor, and my family doctor said, you know, a whole bunch of things, which is, it's difficult for people who have disabilities and who have things like I have. So she had mentioned a psychologist or a counselor or whatnot, and I'm looking for a life coach. Somebody who can coach me in what can I do with all of this swirling around the toilet bowl life. What can I do? So that's why I was looking for a life coach. And I mean, they cost money. I don't have that kind of money, so I'm fusked there. Somebody to give me maybe possibilities for hope, so I don't feel so darn at a loss, because that's how I feel right now. I'm at a complete loss, and I feel so helpless. And I keep waiting and holding on and climbing that mountain and climbing that mountain and waiting and waiting and waiting, hoping and hoping and praying and hoping and praying and praying and doing all of that. I hoped at one point in time I would have been able to do the tours for The Walking Dead. That never happened. And then I thought, here it is. I don't know if you can see it all, but because he's there. It says, come and see. Come and see. And I wanted to go be on set, be an extra. Wouldn't that be something? For me, anyways. For The Chosen. So I keep hoping and praying. With Jonathan Rumi, because he plays Jesus. So like I said, a life coach to help me. I want more than just this damn chair. Spoonies, zebras, invisible illnesses, diseases. Love you all. With all my heart, with everything in me. Even though it may look bleak, continue to fight on. Continue to fight on. Never know what's around the corner. And maybe that's why I keep fighting so hard, because I just never know what is around the corner. Maybe something really cool. Love, peace. Thank you for being so patient with me, because sometimes I just can't do anything. I've got, I think, four in the hopper ready to go. I haven't even been able to push that button. So you'll probably get a rapid fire succession and wonder what the hell she did all of these things. I've done them at different times. But this is today that I've gotten my needles. July 9th. I go for, like I said, more needles. I go see the colorectal surgical team. I go to the dentist so they can figure out the top, and then they can start working on my jaw. And then by that time's done, it'll be time for my needles again in my head. And then God knows what he's going to say about my hip and surgery. Because it's lasts about maybe 4.5, 5 months, those injections. But like I said, it doesn't take away when my hip pops out. Doesn't take that away at all. Mickey, I saw her pop out her shoulder because she has EDS. And I guess we just become good at popping things back in. Like I pop my knee back in all the time when it pops out. But it's not normal. You know what I mean? It's not normal. We shouldn't have to be doing this. I'm trying to be an ass now. I hope you're doing good. Oh, and my lungs. Ah. Love my COPD. Blah, 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 blah. I sound like the Count or whatever. Blah, blah. 1, blah, blah, blah. 2, blah, blah, blah. Hello? Hello? Anyways, I love you too. I love you so much. Oh, thank you. And say hi. My little cute little guy. I'm gonna say hi. Hey, you love mommy all the time. You're so good to me. He really is. This little guy is he's just my angel. And he's so good to me. He's so good to me, Bob. Thank you for being with me. God sent you to me for a reason. I'm so glad he did. So from P and I, we're given the peace sign, okay? Peace. And he's waving. My head hurts really bad, and I'm really feeling sick. It hurts so bad. I don't envy anybody who has these. I seriously don't. I'm so sorry if you suffer with these. I've got to get through the suffering part. Oh, once I do that, oh, it'll be better. But it's to go through it. It's to get to the other side. I'm not even a quarter away there yet. I can't even tell you how much this hurts. Oh, the more air I swallow, the worse it is for my digestive system. Because it traps air. And it causes blockages. Oh. Fuck. This is beyond the scope of anything any human person should have to suffer, man. It really is. When I go, I better be going to somewhere nice. That's all I gotta say. I better be going to somewhere nice. This is it. This is it, folks. This is what it looks like to get needles in your head for migraines. It's really rough night, and I'm exhausted. I don't show you these things for salacious titillation. I show you them for people out there who may be suffering the same thing, or maybe going through some of the same things, especially where migraines are concerned, or who have them as bad as I do. They play havoc with your body, and I can't tell you how many ways they do that, let alone the pain. And I'm not saying it because I want sympathy or anything else. It's not the reason I'm doing this. I'm doing it so you can see what these things do to a person, how they bring a person straight down to their knees and keep them there. And they don't let you get up until they're ready to let you up. So until that point, you just have to roll with everything it brings. The head pain that is, it's just in the stratosphere. It's out of this world. And the vomiting and everything else that takes place with it. And it just goes on and on and on, and you get dehydrated, and I can't afford to get dehydrated because of my ileostomy. And I bring this for education, potentially to help others, hopefully, and to show you that these things are beasts. And if you know of somebody who has migraines, please, dear God, please be gentle with them, because what they suffer, you know not, if you have never had one. I have over 5, plus other things that coincide with it. So if you've never ever had migraines, and I never have had headaches or migraines since 2015. Didn't even know, And then to live this, like this, so that you're so debilitated and incapacitated just with this alone is enough for my body to deal with. Having everything else on top of it is just, I have no words. I don't know why I meant to suffer like this. I don't know. I'm sure one day I'll find out. I have so many people praying for me that I'm so grateful for. So, day 2 of my journey. If you like what I'm doing, because I am trying to educate, update, and educate. Peace, love. Don't give in. Don't give up. One step at a time. And you have a smile. Page out of Charlotte's book. Like, follow, and subscribe!